I was out back, shirt off, sipping sweet tea, and watching the sun dip behind the ridge when two squad cars rolled up like I'd robbed a dam bank. One officer had his hand near his holster. The other barked something about unauthorized occupancy and squatting on private land. I just blinked at him, slow like molasses, and said, "Y'all lost? Or is this some kind of prank?" See, I've lived on this land since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. My granddad carved this ranch out of nothing but dust, cattle, and a hell of a lot of grit. But apparently, none of that mattered to Karen Blonde Bob, mirrored sunglasses, and a permanent scowl like she just smelled something offensive. She was standing right behind the cops, arms crossed, grinning like a possum in the henhouse. She just moved into one of them prefab monstrosities they slapped up on the edge of town HOA run, cookie-cutter boxes with zero soul and all the attitude. I guess seeing my weathered ranch house with its rusted windmill and a few honest-to-God chickens roaming around offended her modern suburban sensibilities. So, naturally, instead of minding her own damn business, she decided I was a trespasser. She even had the gall to claim she owned the property line all the way up to the Creek-Me Creek. Mind you, Ann, that I was illegally occupying protected community land. Protected? Lady, that land's got cow patties older than your fake-ass landscaping. The officers were polite, I'll give him that. But they were clearly trying to wrangle what they thought was a harmless old squatter off land too fancy for a guy in boots and a feed store cap. One of them asked for ID, so I went inside, grabbed my driver's license and the deed. The big one, framed in oak. The one that said I owned every last acre from the creek to the mesa and then some. I laid it flat on the hood of their cruiser like a royal flush in a poker game. I don't just live here, boys. I own all this. The ridge, the trail, that creek, hell, even the rock Karen's probably crawled back under by now. Their expressions changed faster than a coyote spotlights a rabbit. The younger cop's ears turned pink. The older one cleared his throat, nodded, and apologized. Karen, who'd been lurking nearby with her phone out like she was filming a damn documentary, turned ghost pale. Then get this, she doubled down. Said the maps were wrong. Told the cops they needed to verify with the HOA management because there's been development plans approved for that parcel. I just stared at her, half impressed by the audacity, half ready to laugh in her face. That's when I invited all three of them into the barn. Now, this ain't just a barn. It's got Wi-Fi, AC, a wood stove, even a vintage jukebox that plays Johnny Cash when you feed it the right quarter. I pulled out a file cabinet full of plats, surveys, water rights, and mineral deeds. Every square inch legally tied to my family's name. The HO, and not even a smudge on the paperwork. Karen's jaw clicked shut so hard I swear I heard it. Turns out her HOA maps were based on some draft proposals for a development that never happened. Some real estate shark tried buying a chunk of my southern field a decade ago. I told him he'd have better luck convincing the cows to vote. But I wasn't done. Next morning, I drove my old Chevy into town, straight to the HOA office. Walked in, dusty boots and all. Asked to speak with whoever was feeding residents the idea that my land was up for grabs. That's when I met Chad, the HOA president. Young guy, gelled hair, dress shirt tucked into skinny jeans. Thought he was hot stuff. He started blabbering about conflicting boundaries and plans from a previous board until I dropped the paperwork like a sack of feed on his polished little desk. You ever tell folks again that my land's yours, I'll see you in court so fast your inbox will cry for mercy. Turns out, Chad was also the one who told Karen she could report me. Said there'd been multiple complaints about the ranch being an eyesore and a threat to neighborhood image. Image? Lady, this land is the image. This is the American West they slap on postcards, fences, horses, dirt roads, and old barns that don't lean 'cause we built them right. But oh boy, the real fireworks started later that week. Karen posted on Nextstories, next-to-orcusing me of brandishing weapons and threatening officers. She included a blurry photo of me holding a shovel, like I was gonna whack someone with it. Problem is, my cousin Sarah saw it. And Sarah? She's the county clerk. The next post Karen made was a full apology well. More like a non-apologist saying she misunderstood the property lines and regretted any confusion. But by then, it was too late. Word had gotten out. People in town love a good feud, and this one was free entertainment. The feed store put up a sign, "We stand with the ranch." Kids started painting wooden cutouts of cows and placing them near HOA sidewalks. Even the diner added a special on the menu. The Karen combo bland, expensive, and unwanted. Meanwhile, I started getting letters, real paper ones, from folks thanking me for standing up. Turns out Karen had been harassing other neighbors too. Complained about improper flag etiquette, lawn gnomes, a guy's Harley being too loud on Sunday mornings. She tried to get someone fined for grilling with charcoal. Oh, and remember that HOA president, Chad? He got voted out. Unanimously. The new board? Older couple named Ruth and Benny Salt of the Earth types. First order of business? Publicly acknowledging the ranch's property lines and issuing a community-wide apology. Karen didn't take it well. She showed up at a town meeting flushed, flustered, trying to argue that rural elements didn't belong near a modern HOA community. That's when Benny, bless him, leaned into the mic and said, "Ma'am, the rural elements were here before your street had a name." Crowd went nuts. That was the moment, I think, when it all truly collapsed for her. No allies left. No aga wa liverage. Just a woman with too much time and a worldview smaller than a chicken coop. Last I saw her, she was loading a U-Haul with her fake plants and overpriced patio furniture. Drove off without a word. Not even glanced back. As for me, I sat on my porch that evening. Same spot, same tea. The windmill creaked soft. Chickens clucked lazily. And somewhere across the ridge, a coyote howled like it knew peace had been restored. Funny, ain't it? People always talk about property and freedom like they're different things. But out here, they're one and the same. And if you try to take one from the wrong man, well, you better make damn sure he doesn't own every inch of it.